Welcome in to NFL Daily. I am Will Scott, and the season is almost here. A lot of exciting matchups in Week 1. It's going to be a very exciting season, and excited to get you my record predictions. We're going to go division by division, give my record prediction for every single team in the National Football League, and we start in the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills are going to be the best team in the league this year. I think the number one seed in the AFC playoffs, 14-3 for Buffalo. You have so much talent on offense, led by Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and then you bring in Von Miller on that defense. That's going to be huge. Buffalo is going to be really, really good. So is Miami. I think Miami is going to finish 10-7. I think they're going to make the AFC playoffs. I really like what the Dolphins have done. Mike McDaniel was probably the best hire of the offseason. You go out and you get Tyreek Hill. You finally give Tua some weapons. The Dolphins are going to be legit this year. Not as good as the Bills, but still good enough to make the playoffs. I think the Jets are going to have a decent year as well. I'm going to say 7-10 for the Jets. Zach Wilson takes the next jump, shows that he is the guy going forward in New York. They're not going to be in playoff contention, but they're going to be much better than they were last year. Who's going to be much worse than last year? The New England Patriots. I do not think this Patriots team is legit. Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, they're going to be calling the plays over there. It's a problem. I'm worried about the Pats' offense. They don't have enough weapons for Mac Jones. They did not do enough in the offseason to get Mac Jones ready in terms of just surrounding him with weapons. The Patriots are going to be very, very bad this year. Now, I want to ask you all about the Bills, though, because I'm thinking 14 wins for Buffalo. Over under 13.5 wins for the Bills. If you take the over, it's a little bit ballsy, but I really like this Buffalo team. I think they're going to have a great year. Type O for over or type U for under down in the comment section. Moving on to the AFC South, I think the Titans repeat as the champs over there. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. They, of course, were the number one seed in the AFC last year, but still good enough to win the division. A lot of people think the Colts are a dark horse Super Bowl contender. I would tend to disagree. I still think they'll be a decent team, contend for a playoff spot, but just miss out in the playoffs. Finishing 9-8. Matt Ryan is not the Matt Ryan that he was earlier in his career. He's a little bit washed. He might be a slight upgrade over Carson Wentz, but maybe not the upgrade Colts fans are hoping for. The Houston Texans are going to be a little bit better than they were last year, but the AFC is so tough. The Texans have a schedule that I don't know how they're going to handle with a lot of young talent there, but Davis Mills will prove this year that he's the guy. A lot of young talent on that Houston team. I think they will be better than last year, put up a fight in a lot of games, but ultimately finish 5-12. Jaguars, no surprise. I think they're going to finish at the bottom of this division. I want Trevor Lawrence to show some improvement this year. He didn't put up great numbers in his rookie season. But Doug Peterson, he's got the right guy as his head coach. So the Texans and the Jags finish at the bottom of this division, but the young talent in that football team certainly shows some potential. Now, because football season is upon us, never miss a moment and subscribe. We're going to be bringing you guys daily NFL videos, NFL news, NFL rumors, whatever happens around the league. We'll be talking about. Go down and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Let's move to the AFC North. Cincinnati Bengals, I think they're going to win this division, finish 12-5. A lot of people think that Super Bowl run was a fluke. I don't. I think they're going to be right back in the AFC Championship game. Baltimore's also going to be very good. And after missing the playoffs last season, I think they're back. Lamar, they should extend him. They better extend him, or they're going to have some problems for years to come with that fan base. So the Ravens will be very good this year in a good division. Steelers, good but not good enough. I think the Steelers barely miss a playoff spot. Mike Tomlin's streak will continue in terms of him having a winning record. However, the Steelers are barely going to miss the playoffs. They would make the playoffs if they started Kenny Pickett the entire season. They're probably going to start 1-3, 1-4, then make the switch to Kenny Pickett. Too little, too late with Mitch Trubisky. The Browns, I think, finish at the bottom of this division. Jacoby Brissett's not a very good quarterback. If I were them, I'd go out and sign or trade for someone right now. But they're probably going to be already kind of out of it when Deshaun Watson comes back. And when Deshaun comes back, it's almost going to be 2 years since he last played in a football game. He's going to be rusty as hell. I think the Browns finish last in this division. I would bet on that. And you can bet at BetUS using promo code NFL Daily to get a 125% deposit bonus. So if you put $100 in, you can get $125 free cash to bet with. Great deal. Take advantage. Bet on the NFL throughout the entire season. chatsports.com/bet. We just talked about my predictions for the AFC North. I would like to know your predictions. Ravens, Browns, Bengals, or Steelers? Who you got winning this division? Right now, the Bengals are not the favorite to win the division. That would be the Baltimore Ravens at plus 140. Bengals plus 170. I should say the defending AFC champion Bengals, not favorites. Browns plus 375. Steelers plus 850 to win that division. Go place your bets on all the divisions. All the divisions are offered right now. chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily. Let's move now to the West. LA Chargers, I think they win this division at 12-5. Justin Herbert, man, is electric. He's going to be a top 5 quarterback this year. Denver finally has a quarterback. It's Russell Wilson. This is going to be a very good Denver Broncos football team. A lot of talent on both sides of the ball. I think they finish 12-5. Yes, finishing third in this division, but still making the playoffs, the Kansas City Chiefs. But I'm not that high on the Chiefs as I have been in previous years. I mean, losing Tyreek Hill is a ginormous loss. I think there's some question marks on that team at that position. I think they're still a good football team, but better than the Chargers and Broncos? No. And then the Raiders finished last in this division, 8-9. I'm sorry. But you look at the talent on that team. There's a lot of talent on that team as well. But the quarterback, Derek Carr, he's just clearly the fourth best quarterback in that division. I think they finish 8-9 and miss the playoffs. Now, how many AFC West teams make the playoffs? Go down in the comment section. I think 3 are going to get in. To be honest, I think at least 3 from the AFC West. That's how good that division is. Let's talk about the NFC now, and we start with the East, and we'll start with the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win this division. Jalen Hurts going to have a great year with A.J. Brown now at wide receiver, Devontae Smith. Outstanding team they have over there in Philadelphia. 11-6 is my record prediction for them. And then, we always have a tie in the NFL, right? We're always going to have one tie a year. I think the Cowboys are going to be 10-6-1 this year. I'm predicting to go 10-6-1, barely finishing behind Philly for the top spot in that division. The Commanders, I think, are going to go 8-1. So the Cowboys-Commanders, one of those games will be a tie. But I think Carson Wentz is going to be better than a lot of people expect. I think they stay in the playoff hunt for a while. And then the Giants, Daniel Jones, man, is just not it. You're not that guy, pal. You're just not that guy. 4-13 for the Giants. I'm sorry, Giants fans, but y'all are not going to be very good this year. Tampa Bay, I think, is going to win the South. I think the Saints are going to give them some problems, but Tampa Bay just has too much talent. Tom Brady's probably going to be his final year in the league. So I think Tampa Bay wins the South. Saints don't make the playoffs. I think the Saints team is very good. I think they're going to challenge Tampa Bay for that spot. I think the Saints finish 10-7. And then we have the Carolina Panthers finishing 7-10. I don't think that's enough to save Matt Rule's job. It is enough for Baker Mayfield to be the future franchise quarterback there going forward. Atlanta, I think, is going to finish 2-15. I do not think this Atlanta team is very good at all. I think this Atlanta team is going to be absolutely abysmal. They'll probably tank for a quarterback if Ritter is not the guy. Moving on to my next division here. Before that, I do want to let y'all know, I wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. Will the Saints make the playoffs? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. Go down and predict it. Will the New Orleans Saints make the playoffs? I would say Y for yes. I think they're clearly better than the other two teams outside of Tampa Bay in that division. Clearly better than the Panthers and the Falcons. Moving on now to the North. I know the Packers lost Davante Adams, but they're still going to be the best team in this division. I'm thinking 13-4 for the Green Bay Packers, and I would love to see Aaron Rodgers win another ring. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. I still think this is going to be a very good football team, though. I think the Vikings are going to be a very good football team as well. In fact, they might be a dark horse Super Bowl contender. 11-6. O'Connell, the new head coach there, is fantastic. Kirk Cousins, the most underrated quarterback in the league. I think they go 11-6. The Lions are going to be better than expected as well. I think they're going to be 7-10. Dan Campbell, absolutely the right man for the job there in Detroit. We saw that on Hard Knocks. I love the Lions. I think they're going to be a respectable football team. The Bears, not so much. They're going to finish 5-12 in this division. I think the NFC North is one of the more intriguing divisions in football, but I think the Bears finish last in that division, 5-12. But I think the Packers and the Vikings, that's going to be an interesting battle for that top spot there. Moving on to the West. Defending Super Bowl champ Rams, I have them finishing 14-3. I think this is going to be an insanely good football team again. they're going to finish even better than they did last year in terms of their overall record and their seed in the playoffs. The Cardinals probably will start hot again and then kind of limp to the finish line per usual, but I still think they make the playoffs with a 10-7 record. I was going back and forth here on the Niners. Like, I could see the Niners finishing 7-10. I could also see them finishing 12-5. Like, I don't know. It's all going to come down to Trey Lance, but Jimmy Garoppolo's still there as the backup. So if Lance struggles, I guess you could always put Garoppolo back as the starting quarterback, but I think Lance is the guy. I think they finish 10-7. The Seahawks are terrible, and it's clear the Seahawks are, like, purposely tanking because they have Geno Smith and Drew Lock as their quarterback. So the Seahawks are going to be really, really bad. In fact, Pete Carroll, this might be his last year in Seattle. They might kind of force him to retire. We'll see what happens. But be sure to go down and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be giving you guys more predictions, more analysis throughout the entire NFL season. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. While you're down there, go down and shout out your favorite team in the comments section. Let me know how you think your favorite team is going to do this year.